When you're getting ready in the morning, when you're exercising, or when you just need a little boost. Download Mindset and listen to your favorite motivational speeches while getting ready for the day.
There's a version of you that only wakes up when the world goes to sleep. Not the version they see during the day. Not the one who smiles politely, answers emails, gets things done, and follows the plan. No, this version, the midnight version, doesn't care about plans. It doesn't need permission. It just is. At night, something shifts. The noise quiets. The pressure disappears. And suddenly, it feels like you can breathe again. That's when the ideas start to come. Not the safe ones, the real ones. The wild ones. The ones you buried under meetings and messages and maybe later. But now it's quiet, and your mind finally has space to play. You begin to imagine things. You think in color. You write with no filter. You dream without fear of being called too much or not enough. And here's the truth no one really says out loud. Creativity doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't clock in at 9 and leave at 5. It comes when your soul feels safe. And sometimes, that's only after midnight. So maybe you felt it. Lying in bed, your heart racing with a new idea. Or sitting at your desk at 2 a.m. Creating something that feels like it's coming from somewhere deeper than logical routine. That version of you, the one who creates in the quiet, is not a mistake. It's not just late night energy or insomnia. It's you, stripped of performance. It's your raw self, unfiltered and real. Don't ignore it. Don't shut it down just because the world runs on calendars and clocks. Lean into it. Write the story. Paint the vision. Build the dream. Even if no one sees it yet. Especially if no one sees it yet. You don't need the sun to shine. Sometimes, your brightest ideas are born in the dark.
So you got to find out
What works for you?
what works for you. I was more so of a midnight workout guy.
You see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning and there's not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now this morning, I'm getting it from there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the after it every daggone day.
And when people put Kobe or other people on a pedestal, it's because that man loved it more than anything. Of course when AI is like, yo, and then we go to the club and Kobe's in the gym, I know why. The same reason I was in the office last night at 10 p.m. I'm not in the office last night at 10 p.m. because I need to make another $1. I'm in it because I like this more than chopping it up or getting drinks.
Yeah.
This is more fun for me. Work.
Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it.
If you don't believe you, then no one else will. So I'm not looking for a handout. I will become the resource. I will believe in myself. All roads start with you and you alone.
But what you're also saying is there's huge value in things that suck
on the other side of something that sucks is something worth cherishing.
I would say not just huge value, but the value. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're gonna be more prepared for.
I often ask undergraduates how many hours a day you waste or how many hours a week you waste. And the classic answer is something like 4 to 6 hours a day. You know, inefficient studying, watching things on YouTube that not only do you not want to watch, that you don't even care about, that's probably 4 hours right there. You know, you think, well, that's 25 hours a week, it's 100 hours a month, that's 2.5 full work weeks, it's half a year of work weeks per year. And if your time is worth $20 an hour, which is a radical underestimate, it's probably more like 50. If you're wasting 20 hours a week, you're wasting $50,000 a year. And you are doing that right now. And so if your life isn't everything it could be, you could ask yourself, well, what would happen if you just stopped wasting the opportunities that are in front of you?
It's always the quiet work that you put in with your own two hands when no one else is watching. That's the 1 degree of separation from you and everyone else when it comes to productivity. It's the quiet work you put in when no one else is watching.
Do not expect anybody else to hold you accountable like you hold you accountable, because nobody knows what you do in secret. Nobody can be with you 24/7. Hold yourself accountable and then love yourself enough. Love yourself enough to get over whatever you need to get over so you can live your dream. And I'm here to tell you today, if you somebody came to my office the other day crying. I said, look, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me, you'll never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do.
All you have is all you need. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I got this. If I have to do it alone, I will.
No sunrise without a sunset.
So that version of you, the one who shows up when no one's watching, isn't a fluke. It's the truest part. The one that isn't performing or proven or trying to fit inside lines that were never drawn for you in the first place. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't ask for validation. It just creates because it has to. Because something inside you knows that even if the world never sees it, you will. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's the point. So when the nights are long and difficult, don't run from it. Embrace the darkness. Embrace those urges that keep you up at night and use them. Use them to go farther than you thought possible. Use them to work harder than you thought possible. Use them to build your legacy. And in those quiet hours, when everyone else is sleeping, you are becoming not who they expect, but who you really are.